Right, can you say hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our day. Butthole.
Hi guys. Dixie is hilarious. Thank you, Pickle. I can't remember if we've mentioned it to you guys before, but this situation just happened. What? What am I doing, Mum? Am I looking outside? Yeah. Oh.
Should we show them what we do? What happens?
We should.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go to the toilet?
I don't need the toilet.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
It's annoying.
It's not.
Yes.
No.
We can't have it on the bed.
What are you talking about?
No.
Where is she?
The bed is for sleeping in, not for pooping in.
No, it isn't. I don't know what you mean. So.
It's okay. We're not arguing.
Oh, that was a proper you fooled me, Mum.
It's okay. We're happy.
So basically, if me and Charlie are talking, like even if we're like in different rooms, so we have to speak louder so that we hear each other. If our voices start to raise, she starts having a go at us, telling us to stop shouting. And we're just like, we're not shouting, we're having a discussion. And then usually she's just like, fine. Isn't she?
Yeah.
So funny. But she's done it for as long as we can remember. Exactly.
So we don't have many arguments in this house because we end up arguing with the dog.
Precisely. Oh, she was at the bottom of the bed and she was like this and she just went. That was funny. Anyway, if I keep going like this today, it's because I usually sit like this because it's more comfortable. But Charlie's pointed out to me that you guys are always very close to my face. So
Nobody likes to be close to your face.
No. So I'm going to be sitting like this, but there is every possibility that I may end up going like this at some point without realising it. But anyway, again, the reason... That's not what I was going to say. This is going well already.
That was cute.
What did you do? Oh, very nice, she went. So...
Get there eventually.
Yeah. We thought that I could talk to you guys today because I've got a condition slash disorder.
Yeah.
That I've had for a long time. And there's something that we've just got that can really help. So we thought that we would talk to you guys about it. So basically, several years ago, did I know you when I was diagnosed?
Yes.
I did. So it couldn't have been that long ago then.
It was, I was walking.
We were in Helland, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2003, 4-ish.
No.
We lived in Helland from September 2013.
Anyway, Charlie just accidentally dropped a whole 10 years on that. So in approximately 2013, I was having problems with my hearing, and I've always had problems with my hearing. But the test always sort of came back saying that everything was fine, or that I just had like a build up of wax or whatever, so they'd have to like syringe my ears and stuff. But on this occasion, I had a hearing test, and they found out that I have something called Auditory Processing Disorder. Basically, what that means is that my brain doesn't process what I hear properly. So, if, for example, there are lots of noises around, or like so like if we're in a supermarket and there's lots of people talking, there's machines beeping, there's packets rustling, trolleys clanking, and all the normal sounds in a supermarket, I can find it really difficult to pinpoint what Charlie's saying to me, more so than somebody who doesn't have this disorder. It's not just that, but that's like one example. I also struggle, like, if somebody's got a strong accent that I don't know or I'm not used to or whatever, I can really, really struggle to understand them because of the fact that what I'm hearing gets muddled up because my brain doesn't process it the same speed that everybody else's brains do. So that one in particular makes me very sad and anxious because I hate not being able to understand people with a different accent to me, because I always feel like I don't want them to look at me and think that I'm like racist or judgmental or anything, because that's not the case. My brain just doesn't compute it properly. Also, it kind of oh my god, it's just gone out my head. It's about 2 seconds. So, although I experience all of these things, I've just gone and got a list of like the symptoms of auditory processing disorder because I can remember them because it's just my everyday life. So yeah. So anyway, I'll read them to you. It can affect your ability to understand speech if there's background noises, which is one that I said about a minute ago. If there's more than one person speaking, if someone's speaking too quickly, or if the sound quality is poor.
Which was fantastic when she first met me.
Yeah, Charlie, oh my god, she spoke so fast, and I don't even know how many times I had to
You would just sit there and you'd be like, what?
Yeah, legitimately, that happens a lot, and it's really difficult as well because there's only so many times you can ask somebody to repeat something before you just seem really ignorant, and I'm not being ignorant. I genuinely just do not know what you're saying. It's the same with people on the phone. I hate talking on the phone, not just because of like anxieties for like talking to people I don't know, but also because it's really hard to hear on the phone, because there can be like static, everything can sound different, and it's just really hard. Another thing that it does is it can be hard to distinguish similar sounds from one another, like shoulder or soldier, or cold versus cooled, and things like that. And sometimes some of them might not be ones that you would think are similar, but sometimes they are. Like, another thing, the amount of times that I've had conversations with Charlie and she said something and I've just been like, what are you talking about? Or like, I've said, did you just say this? Or whatever. And she just doesn't get where I even could have got those, like, the sentence that I heard from. And it's just because my brain just muddles it up. In some ways, it's kind of similar to dyslexia in terms of, like...
Your brain muddles the letters up instead of your eyes, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's really tough, and there are lots of things day to day that I struggle with because of that. Such as hearing the doorbell. And a lot of the time, despite us having a big sign on the door, two big signs on the door saying, "Doorbell, please ring bell," people knock, and I can never, ever hear people knocking. Even if, like, the door's open and nothing's really happening in the house, there's still, like, background noises, and I can't hear it. But if there's, like, the telly going, or if I'm in the kitchen or the garden's really horrible, I can't hear it, and even with the doorbell. So we were discussing it, how it, like, makes me really anxious, because obviously I don't like if somebody's at the door, I don't like answering the door, but I'd rather answer the door than miss a parcel and then have to, like, try and go get it or something like that.
And with, obviously, COVID, we've had a lot of parcels being delivered.
Yeah, exactly. And so we were discussing it, and Charlie mentioned this company called Ring. And basically they do doorbells, which has got, like, video... Two-way talk. It's got motion detectors. You can change, like, the volume. That's not what I meant to say. You can change the type of doorbell that you have.
You can add
sound-wise,
like, chimes to every room in the house.
Yeah. And the one that we saw, because we got it on Very, and it was it a reduced price?
Not necessarily reduced price, but you could pay it off over longer.
Oh yeah, that was it. But yeah, so we saw that on there, and it was one that could connect up to Amazon Alexa. I don't want to, like, set her off. But yeah, so we had a look at that as well. And so we got both, because you can set it up so that if somebody presses the doorbell, or if it detects motion at the front door, Alexa... she's gonna go off in a minute, isn't she? She will announce that there's someone at the door, or motion detected
at the front door.
Yeah, and obviously you can change the volume of her, and, like, we've made it really loud. At the minute, it's in the landing, and obviously we've been spending a lot of time in the bedroom. I've been down in the kitchen and stuff, and I can hear her from that a lot better than I can hear our old doorbell. And I can also hear the new Ring doorbell as well better, because it's louder, and we managed to pick a chime that is really loud and
long.
Yeah, it's long, so even if I don't hear some of it, there's more of a chance of me hearing at least one part of it.
It also goes off at the door on ALEXA, and on my phone I get a doorbell.
Yeah, exactly. Which is really helpful, because then there's lots of notifications. And there's also the fact that when Charlie has been in hospital before, and I've been on my own at home, I tend not to have the telly on or listen to music or anything, because I get anxious that someone might be at the door, which to some people is probably really stupid. But welcome to my world. But yeah, so we got those, and I'll show you what they're like. And so far they've been really good and really helpful. Apart from we had shopping delivered yesterday, and we had a parcel delivered today, and both of them felt the need to knock on the door and not ring the doorbell.
The DPD man, I looked at the footage afterwards, he literally knocked dead central between the two bells on our door. And it's like, really?
Yeah. And obviously, it's not nice because it makes me anxious, or I can just miss it. But yeah, so if you have any sort of like hearing difficulties or anything like that, and you think that something like this might be helpful for you, I definitely recommend it, because we've only had it like, how long have we had them?
A week, if that.
And so far I found a lot of benefit from it. A lot of benefit. Was you going to say something?
Nope.
Cool. Yeah, so on to showing you. So I'm by the front door now, and Alexa is at the top.
Good morning, people. So I'm just editing the vlog, and I realised that Soph didn't show you the which Amazon Alexa it is that we've got. So we have the Echo Dot. So it's really, really tiny. I'll get a picture and I'll put it in here. And doesn't take up much room, and it's probably one of the cheaper ones that you can buy, so you don't need one of the major fancy ones to link up the Ring doorbell with it. One of the simple ones is absolutely perfectly fine.
Off the stairs up there, and when I open the door will say that there's motion detected, and you guys will hear it. So let's do that.
Motion detected at the front door.
So that was Alexa saying that. Shall I ring the bell? Shall I do the bell? Cool, I'll ring the bell, and then we can hear what that's like too. Yeah.
They should have heard 3 different tones going off there.
Yeah, I think they did. See, so that's really cool, because then obviously there's a lot more things that I can hear that will hopefully
Tell you that someone is at the front door.
Exactly. And as well, I was just looking up about APD again, because when I was diagnosed, they gave us like a little leaflet, described it a little bit, and that was it.
It wasn't well known.
Yeah, because it wasn't well known, because they didn't know much about it at all. And obviously, with us talking about it today, I just did a bit more research, and there's a lot of things about me as a person that is more than likely because of my APD. So for example, like Charlie can ask me to do something and I don't do it, because even though I've listened to her, like, it doesn't process in my head. Hang on. Or
You can't understand lists.
yeah, I can't understand lists. If I forget a list, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. I can't remember things like phone numbers or names very well. Sorry guys, I'm gonna really sneeze.
I'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, Charlie will put a link in the description for some of the rest of them, because although I just read them all out to Charlie, I can't remember them. Which is definitely different. Yeah, which also kind of, I think, explains why sometimes there's long pauses when I'm talking to you guys, because I think my brain just doesn't work properly. You know, all good fun and games. But anyway, that's it for today, and
You're going to go do my meds?
yeah, I'm gonna go to Charlie's meds. Have we said goodnight to them yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so on to the goodnight clip.
So also, I'm going to show you what the Ring app is like. So I've just got it on my phone. Right here is the app, and it's got all these settings, but this is what the camera looks like, and you can click on it, and then you next door their cats come out of their bedroom window, so we get told every time cats come out, which is fine. But yeah, that's why it says person detected, because it's the cats. And then obviously there's all this, and then it tells you when there's motion, which is because of the cats coming home. And one of the other things that you can do with the settings is you can find out about, like, how we've got it on battery, so it tells you here how much battery's left, so we know. And you can actually set which zones you want to collect the motion. So this is what it is when it's on. You get the whole like area here, but obviously we only need the front. We did have initially, we had like these three on as well, but the problem with that was we were getting, when like people were coming home up here, every time people came off the green, so we turned them off, and we just literally get what's happening in front of our front door. Obviously we do get what happens here as well, and sometimes we get a little bit off of the green, but majority is literally what's ever in front of our front door here. So yeah, it's pretty good. Quite alright?
Oh my god! Oh, my tummy hurts from laughing.
So what happened was, I have crocheted my little star, and I started whipping it around Soph's face like, and she proceeded to say, "Ooh, kinky,"
Really loudly.
and the bedroom windows are open.
And there's people out there.
So I kind of dragged it on a little bit, and just, yeah, it went a bit downhill quite quickly. And then she threw a mousse for pickle, and she knocked all of my crochet all on the floor. So I shouted to her, "Now get on all fours." And that's why she's on the floor, picking up my crochet.
Yeah, just to clarify.
But obviously, with everything else that got said,
Oh, that was so funny.
the neighbours
And
might have
the
heard
worst
other
part-
things.
The worst part is that just after I shouted kinky, I swear they clapped. So we don't know if that was about us or that, like, what, but that was funny, and I'm crying. And Albert just said, "I don't know what's going on, and I'm tired."
What? Oh, you
I looked around and suddenly there was people at my
there
face.
Was. There really was.
Lick, lick, lick.
Don't say that loud.
Oh, so soft.
What? Oh my god. This is just getting worse and worse. I feel like any more and it might be too graphic for the people, babe. What do you think, Alba? Do you think that's enough now?
I'm making you for my mooses by your ass. Thanks, Mum. Dixie's upgraded her toys lately, by the way. She now plays with a moose.
He's joined and I lock it.
Yeah. So thanks for coming on this day with us. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Night, everyone.
Good night.
Wow. Malibu? Oh, that was so cute.
That mustache on her.
Oh, me?
No, on Pickle.
Oh, fair enough.
Look at it.
You're tired.
Yeah.